You are about to go inside the game. For sure. And welcome to the show. This is Inside the Game, exclusively on the Wild Bill YouTube Network, WBYTN. And I am your host, the one, the only, the original. No facsimile, no clone, the one and only Mr. Wild Bill. And this is the playoff edition of Inside the Game. Be a pro mode, career mode of EA Sports NHL 22. And this is the career of Mr. Wild Bill, who was drafted first overall by by the Buffalo Sabres. I spent 3 years there. Came to Arizona Coyotes. I'm done my fourth season and into the playoffs again. His Wild Bill's career started when he was 17 years old in junior hockey. Went through the Memorial Cup tournament, got drafted, built up my skills. I'm 99 overall now. I won once. He won one Stanley Cup, a couple individual trophies like the Selkie. Won that twice. Won the Hart. Won Ted Lindsay. Won Stanley Cup. Didn't win the Conn Smythe yet. Won the President's Trophy. Uh, and I stayed here one more year. Well, depends what happens in this postseason. But I told the media at the beginning of this year that I was going to win, and Arizona was going to win the next two Stanley Cups consecutively. And here we are in the first round. I personally scored 65 goals, 108 points through the season. I got 4 games played in the postseason with only 2 points. And we're facing elimination in the first round to the Minnesota Wild, who has a 3-1 lead on us in this best of 7 first round series. Hmm. And this morning was a pretty good morning to play because I had a viewer watch most of those 4 games. Sit and we talked, and he watched me play, and and I'm assuming it's his YouTube channel, but he uh, is associated with I think it's Last Flag Standing Media YouTube channel, which I'm going to go check out eventually, see what they're about. So I would just like to put a shout out to that guy. I never got his real name. I just saw his what his channel is called, and and I had fun speaking with him. We had a couple good laughs, and he seemed quite surprised with what I do with these video games and how I approach them and how I perceive them and how I present present the games because because I know that WBYTN and Bush League Hockey and Inside the Game offers the best and original and unique video hockey game presentation that you cannot find anywhere else. And that is because it's all original and unique content as opposed to other channels that use the default rosters, default teams, the NHL teams, the NHL players, where I make my own players, make my own teams, and make my own tournaments and run them as simulations against each other, and you view it like you do a hockey game on TV. So if you watched Hockey Night in Canada, ESPN, TSN, Sportsnet, so for example, my Bush League hockey games and my tournaments, it's like I'm in Bush League hockey studios, like Ron McLean and Don Cherry or whoever who's in the studio, and then I throw it to the play-by-play guys, and then I do intermission reports, post-game reports a little bit, sort of, and I put my own twist on stuff and my own slogans, my own sponsorships, so to speak. For example, this episode of Inside the Game is brought to you by Bacon and Eggs Breakfast. Sunday morning bacon and eggs breakfast, because nothing makes a Sunday better than bacon and eggs breakfast. So, um, this is Mr. Wild Bill's final playoff run because I've got other career mode be a pro careers going because I work a bunch of them. I use a bunch of them because each of my characters are play different positions, so I don't get bored of playing, and I'm hoping that the viewer doesn't get bored of seeing the same all the time. So these be a pro characters I got going right now are eventually going to be players within Bush League Hockey. And in these career mode career mode character world, like in Wild Bill's career mode world here, any player that I make myself will end up in his world, in this world. So I made a character for Bush League Hockey named Mr. Wild Bill, and if that Mr. Wild Bill comes into this world, this Wild Bill will be playing against himself, and can't have that. I can't anyway. So I'll be making the next class of be a pro careers, and this class here will these characters will be retiring. Like after this playoff, Mr. Wild Bill is going to be retiring from Be a Pro, and he'll be a computer operated player within Bush League Hockey after that. After this, so I want to put him through one more playoff, see if he could win another cup before he retires. You know, because I'll, I'll I'm making some coffee and stuff right now, and I will I'll be doing a little pre-game update report where you'll be seeing where Mr. Wild Bill is at this moment in his career. But he started his hockey career at 17 years old. He's 24 now, and he has a Stanley Cup on his belt, a few awards. Uh, uh, this particular season was his fourth straight season that he scored at least 50 goals, and second year in the last 4 years, 5 years that he has accumulated 100 points. And the more you watch these programs, these videos that I make, and these games, you will know that I absolutely enjoy doing this. It puts a smile on my face. It keeps me busy in my retirement. It staves off the winter blahs and cabin fever. Keeps my mind occupied. But most importantly, what Inside the Game and Bush League Hockey does for me, because of copyright el- restrictions, I play guitar, and I'm starting to put together my own little riffs for intro music, like the one you heard earlier there. And I'll be getting better at it as I keep doing it. That I have no doubt. So all you hockey fans and people with imagination, sit back, relax, make a sandwich, get your drinks, and get ready to witness some pretty good hockey, really. Because I'm taking you inside the game. Now, why I call this inside the game? One, for obvious reasons, because I'm taking you inside EA Sports video hockey game. I'm taking you with me inside a rudimentary simulated professional hockey career. But why I call it inside the game is because of the camera perspective I use, the low camera perspective. It's basically put, it's from the eyes of my character, not specifically from the eyes, but that kind of idea, um, as opposed to the overhead camera. When my character gets the puck, the camera zooms down onto ice level and follows me around and stuff. And when I go to the bench, I have to do line changes because I only play my own shift, my own position. So you get the perspective from the bench, from the penalty box, and from my perspective as a player on the ice at ice level. And the first time I saw that, well, I thought that was pretty freaking cool. I did anyway. A lot of people that play this game don't like that view, but I love it. And that's why this this program is called Inside the Game, because I'm doing the best I can to bring you inside the game with me. So we're going to get going here just in a little bit here. When I I I, I do this live, I don't get going right away because I give at least 15 minutes for any viewer to come and click the link, get settled, and I could explain to the viewer, like yourself, what you're about to see. And Bush League hockey is something different. And when you witness that, my hope is that you will enjoy it and want to come back for more on that. Be, because Bush League hockey, as opposed to inside the game, you won't be watching me play because set it off. The two teams, I set them off against each other, computer controlled. I don't even put forth the perspective that I'm the coach or anything. I'm in Bush League Hockey Studios and I'm watching, so I'm viewing it just like you. But they they are mainly my own created players, and when I say created players, I mean created players. Every one is individual and original and unique in terms of name, hair color, eye color, height, weight, handedness, um, everything like that. Their player type and so my bush league teams are mainly for tournaments. For example, when there's um, blah, 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 a tournament for countries around the world, they pick the best players they can to put on the ice to play in the tournament. Well, that's the same idea in that my creative players, yes, I put them directly on these Bush League teams, but they are linked to the teams, not the players. The teams are linked to specific NHL teams. And I put each individual player and I spread them around the NHL teams, the AHL, the Europe League, and this. So it's like each of my Bush League teams pull together the players that they want and put together their teams and stuff, which I'll get into in in the next video for Bush League hockey. So feel free to go through my videos on my channel because there I made a couple videos for Bush League hockey last night. I made 3 teams. I started off with 11 creative players per team, and I augmented the rosters with NHL legends, the alumni teams, and the current NHL players of those teams. So my first 6 teams are my original 6, and they are linked to the NHL original 6. So the first tournament coming up for Bush League hockey over the Christmas holidays is going to be the original 6 Infusion Hockey Championship. But there's going to be a qualifying tournament first because there's only four spots available in the tournament, in the main tournament. So there's going to be an original 6 Infusion qualifying tournament to see what 4 of my 6 teams get those slots. But also coming this coming Easter again is going to be the second annual Easter weekend women's hockey championship, where I make women players and women's teams, and I put them into a tournament. This original 6 Infusion tournament is also the second annual, as last year was the inaugural. And those videos are on my channel as well, so feel free to go check those out. Because honestly, I had a great time putting that together, and I personally had a great time watching those games. So, so let's get to the pre-game festivities. Yeah, that's I had a bunch of money. I bought some perks to upgrade my player a little bit. That's why he's 99 overall. But let's check out the milestone tracker here for a second here. So you see, I won. Mr. Wild Bill has won 1 Stanley Cup. He has 3 of 5 awards. The Maurice Richard Trophy, most goals in a season. I won that twice, back to back. I won the Hart Memorial. Um, the MVP to my team. That's what that is. I won the Frank J. Selke Trophy twice, back to back years. the best defensive player. I still have to win the Art Ross. I can't remember what that's for. And I still have to win the Conn Smythe. I don't hold any records. I had 2 All-Star game select appearances, which I'm kind of disappointed EA Sports took out the All-Star game in season mode and in this mode. Because I'd like to play the All-Star game. I would like to. I have 3 conference wins. I have 19 hat tricks. These are my my goals, assists, and total points over the last 7 years. I have 339 goals in total, 254 assists, 593 assists. Who knows? I might play a little bit of the next season just to reach 600 points. My first point was versus Vancouver in the season 2021-2022. My first goal was against Seattle Kraken in 2021-22. My milestone points, I've got 500 points. I've got 300 goals. And these are my milestones. So let's go check out the season stats. The team stats really, they matter, but not for what I'm doing right at this moment, because this is Wild Bill's career. I led the Arizona Coyotes in 108 points. I led the league in points this season. Goals. I played all 82 games. I remained healthy, which is good. I take a lot of penalties. I'm kind of a rough player. Sometimes undisciplined, but most of those penalty minutes are fighting majors. I beat out Matthews for goals and for point, and I beat out Dry, Leon Dreicycle for points. Oh, McKinnon's, well, in this game, in this season, 2027-28 season, he's uh, he's 32. I'm 24. I'm a first line forward. I'm an elite player. I was drafted first overall, like I said, in 2021. I'm a power forward. I was drafted by Buffalo. I started out at about 65 overall, and I built him up. These are his special abilities. I've got all my slots open, and they're all filled. And I'm on a 1-year contract with Arizona. If I didn't make Mr. Wild Bill, when I did, I was going to spend my I was going to accomplish an objective, a goal, and play 6 seasons with one team. I was going to stay with Arizona if we won the Cup this year, but it looks like we're not gonna. And at the end of this playoff, I was going to jump ship and go somewhere else. But if we do if we do win the Cup, if I could win in the two straight that I I I opened up my big mouth and said I was going to win the next two cups, Stanley Cups, consecutive. But this mode is pretty cool because it sets objectives where you could open up other abilities like these if you achieve them. So let's look at his career stats year by year. My rookie years, my rookie contract was for 3 years. I spent with Buffalo. Then I come to Arizona and spent 4 seasons here. See, 4 straight years with at least 50 goals. I have 2 years of out of 4 with 100 points. Across the bottom is my my totals in my career up to this point. 499 games played, 339 goals, 254 assists, 593 points. And that's pretty cool. So here's the playoff stuff. We're down 3 games to 1 to the Minnesota Wild. Here's the playoff bracket for the Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Uh, San Jose's up. Ooh, Winnipeg's on the verge of getting swept. So there's that. That's the pregame show. So let's simulate the game 5 to get to game 5. I got done game 4 and had to take a break because I played the first 4 games right back to back to back to back. Now, with luck, you'll be seeing game 5 and 6 in this program, and with luck, you'll be seeing a program on its own for game 7 later on. So here we go. We're going to simulate the next game. I have to face the music in front of the press here. Uh-oh. Oh, I may have to restart this. Yeah, the game just froze on me again. EA Sports, please try to do your best to make a better product because the last 10 years, uh, each year, your hockey game has gotten worse. So, please bear with me. I got to stop this broadcast, restart the game. So, and when I come back, we're just going to jump into this. So please bear with me. I apologize for this technical difficulty. It's out of my control. I'll be back.